There were some off-duty cops at a bar, Strange Brew, that brutalized and assaulted a man and has essentially not faced any accountability for that. So at 4 p.m. we went out at Manch PD.
Any ID? Do you have any ID with you? You don't have any ID? Don't go away, sir. That's a lawful order. Okay, under arrest. Come on. Ademo's under arrest. Let's go. Are you hurt?
Who did he hurt? Where's the victim, guys?
Okay, where's the victim? Ask for ID from him. He was writing on the...
Hello everybody, it's Ademo with copblock.org. I wanted to take a moment and update everybody about my chalking unit arrest, which happened June 4th, 2011. Last year I was found guilty in district court by a judge and sentenced to 1 year in jail. 10 months of that sentence was stayed and 2 months needed to be served. I immediately appealed that decision to the Superior Court. After going through all the pre-trial phases, I was simply waiting for a trial. A date the court told me would be mailed to me and a phone call would be given to notify me of the date. As some who have been following may know, the court ended up not mailing me or calling me to notify me of my court date. In fact, they sent the letter to the wrong address, an address that doesn't even exist. Fast forward past 2 motions in 2 different courts with 2 different judges, both of who denied my motion for a retrial, and I now have a July 11th hearing in district court to decide when I will serve the 60-day sentence. And that's where this sits now. I've decided not to appeal, but yet attend this July 11th hearing. For the past year already, I've had to put off projects, jobs, and other opportunities because of the uncertainty that comes with these court cases. I no longer want to do that and would wish to move on with my life and be more productive. Yes, I could appeal and months later get a trial and maybe be found not guilty completely, or what's more likely is I will be found not guilty on one of my resisting arrest charges. And since my sentence was ran concurrently, the 2 charges really don't matter, so dropping one is no benefit. So for me, I am a victim of the prisoner's dilemma once again. I have decided that even if 60 days is given to me on July 11th, I will be out of the system sooner than if I would appeal and try to get justice. Since my jailing seems to be inevitable, I've taken a few precautions. Aside from taking care of my personal belongings and tidying up my personal affairs, I've decided to launch a campaign with copblock.org. It is clear to me, in my personal opinion, that my jailing is unjust and unlawful. If you feel the same, I am asking individuals to donate X amount of dollars for every day that I sit in jail. Your donation can be as little as 5 cents a day or as much as $1 a day. By following the link below, or in this description of the video, you'll be able to help myself while caged and copblock.org. The plan for the money is 50% of everything raised below $500 will be split between Copblock and I. If the funds raised go over $500, then 75% of the money raised will go to copblock.org and 25% will go to my commissary and life after jail account. Copblock would use the money to further its mission and advance police accountability. I will use the money in my commissary in order to write, maintain, and have a jail lifestyle, as well as a little bit of startup money when I get out of jail. It should be noted too that while in jail, I will be put on trial for 21 years of my life for wiretapping public officials. This is a very convenient thing for the state that I will now be caged before the trial of my life. But I have the utmost confidence that the truth will prevail in that case, especially considering the state won't be able to ditch my trial as easily as they have in this case. And with that, I'd like to say thank you to everyone who has supported me and the projects over the years. I appreciate it more than you know. And though this may be sad that I will be caged for an unknown amount of time, pending my wiretapping case, it matters not to me. Whether I'm on the inside or outside, I'll be an activist. My mind is free. My conscience is clear. I have no regrets and have done what was right. And I hope people learn from these actions of mine and know that now is the time to stand up and do something about it. Again, if you feel my jailing is unjust and unlawful, please consider donating to the campaign. It will go to help copblock.org greatly, as well as myself, and hopefully it will send a message to my captors. As always, I'm Ademo Freeman, and this is copblock.org.
None of us are free. None of us are free. One of us are chained. None of us are free. And there are people still in darkness, and they If you don't say it's wrong, then that says it's right. We got to try to feel for each other. Let our brothers know that we care. Got to get the message, send it out loud and clear. None of us are free. None of us are free. None of us are free. One of us are chained. None of us are free. Now I swear your salvation isn't too hard to find. None of us can find it on our own. We got to join together in spirit, heart, and mind, so that every soul who's suffering will know that we're not alone. Oh, none of us are free. None of us are free, y'all. None of us are free. One of us are chained. None of us are free. If you just look around you, you're gonna see what I say. 'Cause the world is getting smaller each passing day. Now it's time to start making changes, and it's time for us all to realize that the truth is shining bright right before our eyes. None of us are free. None of us are free. None of us are free. One of us is chained. None of us are free.